The Miami Dolphins continuing camp. Don't look now, but Friday is their first preseason game against the Washington Commanders. And surprise, 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 Vlad. They said that the Dolphins fielded calls from Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs ended up taking the Commanders and going to the Commanders as the Dolphins did not pick him up. Not a surprise. And they said that they will field phone calls or show some interest in Brandon Ayuk, which once
Hell
again,
no.
surprise, surprise, he will not be on this team at
Hell
the
no.
beginning of the season. I don't think they're going to make any adjustments to the wide receiver room because I think they already kind of know where they're at. And adding a veteran wide receiver for a maybe a little overpriced won't buy you that many more wins or losses or really even show you that much more of Malik Willis. So I think they're going to ride with what they got for better or for worse. It's just going to be a marginal gain if they put someone else in there. And actually, you would be, I would think, detracting from the room, especially if you added a Brandon Ayuk. But Stephon Diggs, I like Stephon Diggs. I just don't think he fits this team very well. They don't like the baggage that comes with Stephon Diggs, which is off the field, which is sometimes on the field, but especially off the field. Big ego.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so now they got their guys that they're rolling with. They definitely got a certain type. You know how like sometimes, and maybe in your dating life or anything, you got a type. Well, Jeff Hafley, Jon-Eric Sullivan, and those guys, they have a type. They like the guys that are on cheap contracts, that are hungry, and that are willing to work and play as a team. And that's how they've built this team initially. Now, will that change over time? Yeah, your tastes change over time. But for right now, they're getting those guys. And a lot of guys that are maybe trying to resurrect their career. They recently brought in Clelin Ferrell. Now, Clelin Ferrell, I think, was a number 6 overall pick a couple of years ago out of Clemson. He's a defensive end. He is a rusher. He's had some success in the NFL, but has not lived up to his expectations. Clelin Ferrell, though, we have brought him in as a resurrection project. And, of course, whenever you're bringing in guys that are trying to resurrect their career or rookies or young guys that are trying to prove themselves, there's going to be a lot of doubt. Clelin Ferrell says he's not worried about the doubters.
Major. I mean, I saw the rankings. They had us ranked 32nd worst D line in the league. Obviously, I'm just got here over a couple of days, but this team, young team, a lot of new guys. But the goal is it's not no rebuild. The goal is to compete for a championship. That's everybody's goal in this league. So, this team hasn't lost any games. We haven't won anything. So, whatever happened in the past don't really matter to me. It's all about everything we want is in front of us.
That is true. They're going to have to work hard. Now, some analysts have said that the Dolphins possibly only going to win one game this year. I don't think that's the truth. But a lot of analysts are ranking them, like he said, 32nd out of 32 defensive line. Coaches poll recently said that Malik Willis is the 29th best quarterback in their estimation out of 32. But Clelin Ferrell is here. Do you know why Clelin Ferrell chose to come to the Miami Dolphins, Vlad?
I don't know.
His best friend, Christian Wilkins, talked him into it.
So
He was going to re-sign with the 49ers, but apparently at Clemson, they were best friends.
yeah, they were best
Christian
friends.
Wilkins.
They were part of that championship defensive line with Sexy Dexty, Dexter Lawrence, Cleveland Farrell, and Christian Wilkins.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all got drafted in either the same draft or maybe two of them got drafted in the same draft. What was it? Christian and
Yeah.
Cleveland. And
No,
yeah,
I think Cleveland was the year after.
or Cleveland. Okay, because I know he went higher than
Mm-hmm.
than most expected. The Raiders, Mike Mayock took a jump, took a chance, and it didn't cash in. But we'll see what he can do down here. He was really good in college, but college and the pros are totally different, man.
He has played, when I say sparingly, there's been flashes of his brilliance, but there's also been some time from very.
You know, he kind of reminds me of. You're gonna love this. Glenn Dorsey.
Oh man,
Yeah, I knew you would love that.
that hurts.
But so much hype in college, and then when they got to the league, made some plays, but didn't live up to the hype. And there's some guys that don't live up to the hype, but still have complimentary careers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a Jadeveon Clowney,
Right.
very hype, #1 pick,
Still good.
very good, but
not as good as-
not the hype that he had coming out.
Yeah, not the franchise changer.
Not the
they
franchise
expected him
changer.
to.
Great. That's the perfect term. He wasn't a franchise changer. Same thing with Ferrell.
Yeah.
But he could be a good complementary piece.
Hey, we're going to need everybody on the edge this year. And his edge running mate, Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson, they said he's shown up 10 pounds heavier, but it's 10 pounds of muscle. He's shown up motivated. He's working hard. He's having a good camp so far. Chop Robinson says, just like Cleveland Farrell, he's not listening to all that outside noise.
I mean, it's the outside noise, so we don't really pay attention to that. We know the guys we got in here, the coaches and everything, so we just focus on us. We're not really worried about what anybody else got to say.
Chop Robinson has to hear it, though, has to feel it, though, Vlad. He knows this is his year. I mean, heck, his coaches even said it. And if they've said it to the media, they've said it to him. You have to go out there and prove it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We know Jeff Hafley, he doesn't play around. He tells you like it is. He probably went up and told Chop, look, get it right. Now, Chop, maybe this is my hope about Chop Robinson. That first year, remember the first half of the year, his rookie year, not so great. But then he really came on in the second half. Maybe he started counting his chickens before they hatched. And he started saying, I got this NFL thing down. Kind of underprepared for his sophomore year. Lo and behold, in his sophomore year, he said, whoa, I have not done due diligence to get myself into the best shape I need to be in and to play the way I need to play. So maybe this offseason, he's got a little fire under his butt or britches, and he might be putting in the work in the gym, putting in at the training table, and getting his mind right to have a big third year. That's what our hope has to be, Vlad, because we need him to set the edge. We need him to get after the quarterback, too. Our confidence level isn't that high, though. I'll be honest with you, Vlad. I'm at a 50-50 right now with Chop Robinson. Confidence level, not confident level. Ooh, so we shall see. Chop Robinson, come on, man. Austin Jackson, though, he's a fan of Chop Robinson. He says that he has seen a more physical side of Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, he looks stronger for sure. I remember in the summer I said he looks like he's just been doing shoulder shrugs all summer because he looked jacked, like super rocked up. But yeah, he's definitely heavier, stronger, quicker, all of those things.
Once again, having me believe that this offseason, Chop Robinson decided to take it a little more seriously than he probably did going into the sophomore year. Now, Austin Jackson, he's got a lot to prove this year, Vlad. He's one of those guys, too, that he's good. He's not always healthy, but I think there is room for improvement for Austin Jackson because I don't think he's as great as everyone's made him out to be.
I haven't seen him be great.
Okay. Well, then that's a good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we like to make fun of Anthony Davis, but Austin Jackson might be the Anthony Davis of the Miami Dolphins offensive line.
He has not been very healthy. And when he has been healthy, he's been
good.
Not great.
He's been good. No, he's been very good. When he's been healthy, he's been very good. But it's not consistently healthy. He's not.
That's kind of been a problem with our offensive line for a while.
Dude, he's the new Teron Armstead. It's like death taxes, and you could pencil in Austin Jackson's gonna miss 4 games.
4.
I'm just minimum 4 games. That was the same thing with Armstead. And it's messed up when your bookends of your offensive line are gonna miss, multiple games. At least you got PP, you got Patrick Paul on the left side. He's a monster. And it'd be great if Austin was healthy, because then you would have 2 bookends with the great center in Aaron Brewer. Like, you would have a very good offensive line.
And then
you put in Proctor, who's a rookie, and you expect them to be good. And then you put Jonah back in his rightful position at right guard. That line solidifies. You got a great, route to work off. But you have a great offensive line. If your offensive line, D line, if you got that, you control the trenches, then you're good. Then you're gonna be in every game. And then those skill position players and all the weapons that you have, then they're gonna be able to perform. I don't know. Maybe I'm buying myself into the new regime and everything like that. I'm hearing everything that's being spoken about what's going on in training camp so far, so I'm kind of happy for them. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. But the guys that have been here, the guys that have had more than 2-3 years already, you got to show that this is not going to be a bad year, as all the experts are saying. This is on Achan, who got paid. This is on Zach Sealer, who's been paid, and it's pretty much I want to say, can he be the longest tenured Dolphin right now?
He might be.
Okay. This is on Patrick Paul. Big year for him.
Huge year.
You want to make money? You want to get that bag? Big year. Austin Jackson, you got paid. You're also a vet. You're actually the last person from that class that still remains.
That's true.
Wasn't he drafted the same year as Tua?
Tua, 2020.
Yeah. So this is year 6.
So he's probably the longest tenured, I would say. Yeah.
7. This is year 7.
Yeah. It's time. And look, these guys have a gargantuan task because not only are they trying to play at their peak ability, they're having to carry these guys along and train the young guys with them. We heard last year Zach Sealer had an off year, especially early, not so much because he just wasn't playing up to his potential.
No, the other bums weren't playing well.
And half the time he was having to train and have to teach and have to lead and he had to do so many other things that it detracted from him doing the main thing, which was just taking care of his business. So, yeah, but that's the reality that we're facing with the Dolphins right now. That's what we built. That's what we have. That's what we're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm looking at it this way. Your vets, your stars, got to be that. Last year's rookies, hey, I don't want to see no sophomore slump. You should be used to the NFL speed, the way the NFL is. You should have more experience and should have the knowledge to be better this season. And the rookies, you have a lot of rookies from this year. You're going to have a lot of chances to show out.
This is the best place to be if you want to play.
So show out. Go show out.
And, of course, it all comes back to the quarterback. If the quarterback play is good, your team has more chances to win and will be better. Austin Jackson, he's seen a few quarterbacks here in Miami and thinks Malik Willis is a very commanding presence on the offense.
He's great. He's great. I think he takes control of the offense very well. I think he's able to adjust very well on the go. And there's no nonsense. There's no nonsense. There's no confusion. There's no playing around. He's very get to it. This is nice.
Which is nice. It is nice when your quarterback gets to it, no nonsense, and goes out there and just calls it out and plays it out. Now, we shall see Malik Willis. He comes from a Green Bay Packers organization where he worked very closely with Jeff Hafley and Jon-Eric Sullivan. In fact, it seemed like Jeff Hafley worked more with Malik Willis as the backup quarterback than the actual coach, Matt LaFleur, over there at Green Bay, because oftentimes they used Malik Willis as the decoy. So he got with the defensive coordinator, which was Jeff Hafley, to work like that. This is his chance. I know Malik Willis knows this is his chance. This is his big year. This is his opportunity to prove that he is a true starting quarterback.
This is it.
A lot of these guys, this is your year. And you're going to have a lot of chances because there's not a lot of backup behind you. You got to go out there and take your lumps, but also take your trophies and figure it out from there. And one guy who hopefully has got it all figured out, we paid him, and like I said, last year he had his ups and downs, but he was doing a whole lot, was Zach Sealer. Zach Sealer, for the first time in a while, is actually going to have a defensive-minded head coach in Jeff Hafley, and he says he loves learning Hafley's defense.
Oh, it's just very exciting. We've been, Fangio, Weave, Half, all these guys just been able to sit down and Half with his just defensive mind, how he sees it and how he sees the defense working to the advantage of each player and the players working to the best ability of those calls in the defense has been really exciting. So to understand what games open up and what calls and how he's calling what and why he's calling it, to understand what we can get out of that and how we can take advantage of it is how you play fast and physical each play. So it's been really exciting learning. I'm excited to keep going. So we got a lot of defense left to install. So
you have to feel as though guys like Zach Sealer are happy to have now a defensive-minded head coach, and especially a guy that says he's going to be really more involved on the defensive side of the ball than the offensive side of the ball. Feels like, anytime you get a guy or girl.
Oh, he has to be on both, man. The head coach has to be in control of both.
He says, though, he's going to step aside on the offensive stuff when the season starts. Not step aside, but step less in the middle. He's going to let the guys do more of their thing and oversee and be more defensive hands-on.
Dude, when your job is on the line, you're gonna take reign. You're gonna take control of everything. So,
like Bobby Slowick, make sure you get this offense rolling. But if not, I'm
hold
here.
on.
I'm here.
He was there when Flo was the head coach.
Zach Sealer?
Yeah.
Oh. So Zach Sealer is now the longest tenured Dolphin, most likely.
Yeah, he was there in 2019. He was 2019. He became a Miami Dolphin.
Okay.
So therefore, he can't say that it's been a long time since. I mean, he was when he got to the Dolphins. There was a defensive head coach.
So yeah, he remembers those days.
So yeah, okay.
Seems as though
Was the offense moving like that? No, it wasn't moving like that.
Seems like
But they were winning late in the season.
that was important.
That was very important. They were winning late.
That's what they're trying to do. That's also what they're trying to do with these teams. They're trying to build the trenches, and they've got a strong arm, mobile quarterback that when the temperature gets a little weird and a little crazy and the winds start blowing, you can maybe kind of get through that a little bit better with your legs and with a strong arm. And look, Malik Willis has got a gun. There's no question about that. It's just, how is he going to lead this
Is it
team?
accurate?
Right. It's also, like I told you, quarterbacks, one of the main things needs to be between the ears. Does he have it between the ears? We're going to have to bet on yes right now because there's not too many options. You know, Quinn Ewers, he's proven that he can win an NFL game. He did it last year against the Bucs as a starter, but not sure he can be your everyday starter and lead you to successful seasons in the NFL, especially since there's not much of a book on him. As soon as the book gets out and this league figures you out, it gets a lot tougher. And that could happen to Malik Willis too. Look, there's not a huge book out on Malik Willis with the 6 starts.
Well, that's why the contract's the way it is. What is it, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. And, you know, they're going to continue to draft quarterbacks. They say every single draft or make a move for a quarterback every single year is what they did in Green Bay. So, yeah, your job is, there's always that pressure. So we'll see how it works. All right, Vlad.
What's up?
Dolphins practice is
It ended.
practice. You know, there's a lot going on. We like to look at the practices, see how people are doing. I don't take too much stock in if they throw interceptions or, you know, make big blocks.
I don't want to see your quarterback throwing interceptions with no pads on. It's like, come on, you know.
Maybe it's just Chris Johnson making great plays out
It's
there.
not like it's not like these corners can hold and do anything that they could if there was pads. It's basically, you know, just
Well, they're in the pads.
7-on-7
But there is no 7-on-7. Jeff Hafley don't believe in that.
or 11-on-11.
He likes that 11-on-11.
Whatever.
Zach Sealer even said that. He goes, Coach Hafley's a lot like Coach Flo. He likes that 11-on-11 physical practice. I'm like, but isn't that the way you should be in the NFL?
I mean, well, yeah. So pretty much, Zach Sealer's pretty much saying he didn't like Mike McDaniel and these offense, the fastest, what was it? Greatest show on surf.
Which didn't finish number 1 overall in the league on offense. So it finished.
No, it didn't.
It finished like 3rd. So it was much ado about.
It never finished first.
No, it never finished first. That's what I remember. How great and how there's all.
Ah.
I'd be sitting in the stadium and I'd see the. You know.
I was so upset because I was laughing at you guys. Not you, because you weren't one of them. I could say that you're my boy. I will. You know, we call each other out, but you weren't one of them. But when everybody was loving them in those September, when they were winning in September, and they were like, oh, they're just like, it's September, folks. It's only 4 games into the season. I get it. It was fun. It was exciting, and then reality struck. This season, everybody loves what Hafley's doing. They like his approach. They like his tone. Right?
Yes.
So he's going to get the benefit of the doubt this season. This season only.
We'll see how it goes. Once again, Dolphins fans want to see progression this season. They don't need to see tons of wins, but they need to see this team be better at the end of the season than they were at the beginning of the season. I will say that.
Okay, that's true. Because I don't know where you're not, to me, you're blank. You're a blank canvas right now. So it's, because everybody's expecting you to be worse than you were last season.
Yes.
So if you have the same record this year that you had last season,
That's
this would be
success.
considered a successful season.
Very successful season. Yes.
So is this how bad the Dolphins have fallen? Or are you just stuck on mid?
It's the dead money. They're kind of handcuffed a little bit. So I think it's how the Dolphins have had to realign things has made it that they haven't fallen. They've just realigned and they've had to come clean. And sometimes as you're purging yourself, it takes a little time. Purge. Got to purge, man. Got to purge.